Hello students, in this class we are going to study the common source FET amplifier. In the previous class we have solved some problems on using H parameters of transistor. We have calculated the current gain, input impedance, output impedance, and voltage gain of a transistor amplifier in 3 configurations using H parameters in the previous class. Today we are going to study common source FET amplifier. So in the common source FET amplifier, source is common between the gate and drain. Gate acts as the input and drain acts as the output terminal of the JFET. And the common source FET amplifier is the most widely used FET amplifier, comparing with the common drain and common gate FET amplifiers. Just like C amplifier, it is just like C amplifier. It is most widely used FET amplifier, comparing with the common drain and common gate amplifiers. Here the common source JFET amplifier uses junction field effect transistor as its main device, JFET as its main device. Here this is the JFET. So the source is here, the source is common, this source terminal is common between to the input and the output side, output and input. This is the source terminal common, and gate acts as input, and this drain acts as the output terminal. So the JFET, so common source FET amplifier, JFET acts as the main device, active device, and it is going to offer high input impedance, JFET, comparing with the BJT. The transistor amplifier circuits such as common emitter amplifiers using using bipolar transistor, when comparing with the common source FET amplifier, they are having low input impedance. Common emitter amplifier, the common source FET amplifier have the advantage over the bipolar transistor amplifier, C amplifier, having extremely high input impedance comparing with the common emitter amplifier, along with the low noise. The noise is also very low, common source JFET amplifier, when comparing with the C amplifier. So having high input impedance and low noise, it is ideal for use in the amplifier circuits to amplify very small input signals. So it especially used in the low noise amplifier, LNA, low noise as a low noise amplifier. The design of an amplifier circuit based around the junction field of a transistor, JFET, same as the principle that for the bipolar transistor circuit. In the CA configuration, so first the operating point needs to be found for the correct biasing of the JFET amplifier, same as that of C amplifier. Here also we have to need to find the correct biasing of the JFET amplifier circuit quiescent point with the help of that is the operating point, needs to be found first for correct biasing of the JFET amplifier circuit. So in this FET amplifier we will common source JFET amplifier, we will see the biasing self bias circuit. Just like C amplifier, we are going to use a self bias circuit forming with VDD R1 and R2 and RS, forming a self bias circuit. N channel JFET, here depletion mode, we are operating JFET N channel JFET in the depletion mode, where in the depletion mode of operation gate is connected with negative voltage. The JFET gate voltage VG is biased through the potential divider network set up by the resistors R1 and R2. And is biased to operate within its saturation region, which is equivalent to the active region of the bipolar junction transistor. So here the JFET is operated in the saturation region. So like the C amplifier, the JFET is also operated in the three regions: ohmic region, saturation region, and breakdown or cutoff region. So here unlike the bipolar bipolar transistor circuit, junction JFET takes virtually no input gate current. Here no gate current because of its high input impedance. The gate current is almost zero. So gate acts as an open circuit. Then no input characteristics curves are required. So comparison here, when comparing the JFET with the bipolar transistor, gate is similar to the base and the drain is similar to the collector and source is similar to the emitter. Gate supply is similar to the base voltage VB, drain supply VDD is similar to the VCC, collector supply, drain current similar to the collector current IC. Since the N channel JFET is in depletion mode, device is normally on depletion mode device and is normally on. A negative gate voltage with respect to the source is required. So this is a depletion mode of operation, so a negative gate voltage is with respect to the source is required to make the JFET into conduction. This negative gate voltage can be provided biasing from a separate power supply voltage or by self-biasing arrangement or by a self-biasing. So the negative gate voltage is where we are going to provide to make the device into conduction by using a self-bias voltage self-biasing arrangement. When there is no input signal present and VG maintains a reverse bias of the gate to source PN junction using this self-bias circuit. When signal is not applied, gate to source voltage is maintained. Source is maintained at higher potential than the gate, so it makes the JFET a reverse bias. When the signal is not applied, the signal to be amplified is not applied, the source terminal is made more positive comparing with the gate using the self-bias circuit, so that the JFET is in the cutoff state when the signal is not applied. So here the biasing is provided from a potential divider network self-bias circuit, allowing the input signal. So when input signal is applied, to produce a voltage fall at the gate, as well as the voltage rise at the gate with a sinusoidal signal. When a signal to be amplified is a sinusoidal signal, so the gate voltage decreases and increases with the time. So therefore the gate voltage, allowing the input signal to produce voltage fall at the gate as well as the voltage rise at the gate with a sinusoidal signal. Any suitable pair of resistor values in the correct proportions, then it produces the correct biasing voltage. So the DC gate biasing voltage Vg is given as here. Anytime the gate voltage Vg is VDD into R2 by R1 plus R2, VDD into R2 by R1 plus R2. So this forms a voltage divider circuit. Vg is the gate voltage, the gate voltage across R2. Vg is the voltage across R2. The voltage across R2 is nothing but the gate voltage. So the voltage across R2, using a potential divider circuit, we can get the expression for Vg. Vg is equal to VDD into R2 by R1 plus R2. This equation is the that determines the ratio of the resistor R1 R2. But in order to take the advantage of very high input impedance of the JFET, as well as reducing the power dissipation within the circuit, so we need to make these resistor values as high as possible to have high input impedance and to reducing the power dissipation within the circuit. So we have to select these values as much as high as large as possible. So with values in the order of 1 mega ohm to 10 mega ohms being common. Here the input signal Vin of the common source JFET amplifier is applied between the gate and gate terminal. Here the signal to be amplified is applied is between the gate. This is the signal which is to be amplified. This is the signal which is to be amplified is applied to the gate terminal, and this RG is the parallel combination of R1 and R2, and the voltage at this gate Vg is equal to VDD into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. The input signal Vin of the common source JFET amplifier. This is the input signal Vin to be amplified is applied between the gate and terminal and the source with a constant value of gate voltage Vg. Applied, the JFET operates with its ohmic region. The JFET operates in the ohmic region, acts like a linear resistive device. The drain circuit contains the load resistor, or the drain circuit contains the load resistor RD. The output voltage Vout is developed across this load resistor. Here the drain, this is the drain circuit having resistor RD acts as the load. So the output voltage VD is produced across ID into RD is the output voltage. The efficiency of the common source JFET amplifier can be improved by the addition of resistor RS in the source lead with the same drain current flowing through this resistor. The resistor RS is also used to set the JFET amplifier's Q point. So the resistor RS improves the efficiency of the JFET, and also it is used to set the JFET amplifier's operating point. When the JFET is switched on fully, when it is conducting, a voltage drop equal to RSID is developed across the resistor, raising the potential of the source terminal above 0 volts or ground level. So when the JFET is conducting, a voltage drop across RS is produced, that is RS into ID is developed across the resistor, raising the potential of the source terminal above the 0 level when the JFET is conducting. So this when JFET is conducting, we have a voltage that is produced across RS. When ID is flowing, so that ID when flowing through this RS produces a voltage that increases the source terminal voltage above the 0 level. Actually it is 0 initially. So when it is conducting, when JFET is on, so we have an ID. When the flowing through the RS produces the voltage across the voltage at the source terminal increases above the 0 level. This voltage drop across RS due to the drain current provides the necessary reverse biasing condition across the gate resistor R2 effectively generating the negative feedback. So this voltage, the voltage that is produced across RS, will reverse bias the JFET effectively. So in order to keep the gate source junction reverse biased, when it is not conducting, so to keep, when the JFET is not conducting, in order to keep the gate source junction reverse bias, the source voltage Vs needs to be higher than the gate voltage Vg. This source voltage we can calculate Vs is equal to ID into Rs, which is Vg minus, actually VGS, Vg minus, Vg is the voltage at the gate terminal, and then VGS is the gate to source drop. So this is the voltage which Vs, which maintains the gate source junction reverse biased, source keeping source terminal more positive than the gate, keeping the JFET reverse bias. The drain current ID is also equal to the source current because there is no gate current. So therefore we can write ID is equal to Vs by Rs, or ID is equal to VDD by RD plus Rs. So this potential divider circuit improves the stability of the common source JFET amplifier circuit when designed with a single DC supply. Both the resistor RS and the source bypass capacitor CS serves same function as the emitter resistor and emitter bypass capacitor in the CE configuration. Here RS and CS are similar to the RE and CE in the CE amplifier circuit, used to provide good stability and prevent the reduction in the loss of the voltage gain. This CS, the RS is going to provide the stability, whereas the CS, the source capacitor CS, is effectively bypassing the signal, amplified signal, thereby reducing the loss of the voltage gain signal. So avoiding the reduction in the voltage gain by bypassing the signal through this source capacitor. The value in farads of the source bypass capacitor is generally fairly high, above 100 microfarads, and it is electrolytic capacitor polarized. This gives the capacitor an impedance value much smaller. Therefore, at high frequencies, the bypass capacitor connected at the source terminal, that is CS, acts as a short circuit, and source will be effectively connected directly to the ground. So there is no reduction in the amplified signal as the signal is bypassing through this capacitor connected in the source terminal. The characteristics of common source JFET amplifier are very similar to the common emitter amplifier. A DC load line is constructed by joining the 2 points relating to the drain current ID and the supply voltage VDD, similar to the VCC and IC. Here the DC load line is constructed joining the 2 points relating to the drain current ID and the supply voltage VDD. So the curve is drawn between ID versus VDS, the curve output characteristics showing the variation of ID with VDS. So here, similar to the common emitter amplifier, when IC is 0, we have VCE which is equal to VCC. When in common emitter amplifier, we have the output equation VCC is equal to ICRC plus VCE. So when IC is 0, VCC equal to VCE. Similarly here, when ID is 0, VDD is equal to VDS. IDRS drop is 0. So here also we have the equation VDD is equal to IDRD plus VDS. When ID is 0, we have VDD is equal to VDS. So that is, when ID is 0, it is the point on the x-axis VDS. On the VDS we have a point VDD shown by the letter B here in the graph. This is VDD when ID is 0. With ID is 0, we have this point. Similarly, in a C amplifier, when Vc is 0, we have Ic is equal to Vcc by Rc. Using the equation, Vcc is equal to IcRc plus Vce. When Vc is 0, so Vcc is equal to IcRc, or Ic we can write Ic is equal to Vcc by Rc. Similarly, in the JFET, common source JFET amplifier, when VDS is 0, so VDS is 0, so ID RD equal to VDD, or ID is equal to VDD by RL or RD. So that we can represent when VDS is 0, that is we have a point on the y-axis. So this is represented with the point A on the graph. So therefore the load line is the intersection of the points, is the points line passing through the points A and B. So here the operating point, therefore the intersection of the output characteristics with this load line. So similar to the common emitter amplifier, transistor amplifier, the DC load line for the common source JFET amplifier produces a straight line equation whose slope or gradient is given by minus 1 by RD plus RS, where RD is the drain resistance and RS is the source resistance, and it crosses the vertical ID axis at point A equal to VDD by RD plus RS. The other end of the load line crosses the horizontal axis at point B, which is equal to the supply voltage VDD. So these are the 2 points, the line crossing the this line crossing the y-axis at VDD by RD plus RS, and x-axis at VDD. The actual position of the Q point on the DC load line is generally, we have at the middle of the load line. For distortionless output, we have to select the Q point in the middle of the DC load line. And is determined by the mean value of Vg, which is biased negatively as the JFET is operating in the depletion mode. Similar to the C amplifier, the output of the common source JFET amplifier is 180 degree out of phase with the input signal, that we can see here. So when we have a positive going voltage, input voltage here, so that negative going signal is producing at the output. With the increase in the VGS, the ID increase, there is a corresponding increase in the ID, and that will decrease the, when ID is increasing, the VDS is going to be decreased. Because we have the equation VDD, which is constant, IDRD plus VDS. Since this is constant VDD, so when ID is increasing, VDS is going to be decreased. So with increase in the gate voltage VG, there is a increase in the drain current, that is going to decrease the drain to source voltage. So we have a phase shift of 180 degrees between the input and output signal. The main disadvantage of using depletion mode JFET is, so it is to be, the biasing must be, it must be biased negatively. Suppose if there is a positive, it is biased positively. If it is failed to bias, if the bias is failed, the gate source voltage may rise and become positive, causing an increase in the drain current, resulting in the failure of the JFET drain voltage. So also the high channel resistance RDS on resistance of the junction JFET coupled with high quiescent steady state drain current makes the devices run hot, so additional heat sink is required. So these are the two disadvantages of operating the JFET in the depletion mode. JFET amplifier current and power gains. The input current IG of a common source JFET amplifier is very small because of extremely high gate impedance. The input current IG of a common source JFET amplifier is very small because the gate impedance RG is very high. So therefore a common source JFET amplifier should have a very good ratio between the input and output impedances. For any amount of output current ID, I out, the JFET amplifier will have very high current gain AI. So the current gain, to achieve very high current gain, we should have the ratio, this ratio that must be adjusted between the input and output impedances. So because of this, common source JFET amplifiers are extremely used as impedance matching circuits or used as voltage amplifiers. So here, because of this property of having high input impedance, they are used especially for impedance matching circuits or used as voltage amplifiers. A voltage amplifier should have high input impedance. So this property is used, this property of high input impedance is used for impedance matching circuits, and also this property is used in the voltage amplifiers. because the power is the product of voltage and current. Here the output voltages are usually several millivolts or even volts. The power gain AP is also very high. So here with waveforms we'll see here. Here the value resistor Rg, that is the parallel combination of R1 and R2, serves two purposes. This gate voltage is used for two purposes, which is the Rg, which is the parallel combination of R1 and R2, is used. Gate is approximated at 0 voltage because IGSS is very small. Its large value prevents the loading effect of the AC signal source. The bias voltage is produced by the drop across the RS. So this is the voltage when VDD is applied. When this VDD is applied and VD is on, we have a current ID that is flowing through this RS, going to produce some voltage Vs. This source voltage which is produced at the source terminal acts as the bias voltage. This bias voltage is nothing but the source voltage produced at the source terminal, this terminal. This is the drop, the bias voltage produces across the RS. The bypass capacitor C2 keeps the source of the JFET effectively at AC ground. The input signal causes the gate to source voltage swing above and below its quiescent value. So when the input signal is applied here, this signal will cause the gate to source voltage to increase and decrease below its quiescent value. This is the value. So this VGS Q. So when the input signal is applied, so this signal will varies this the VGS gate to source voltage above and below the VGS Q value, operating gate source voltage. So this will cause a corresponding swing in the drain current, because the drain current ID depends on the VGS. GM by GM VGS, ID is equal to GM VGS. So since there is a change in the gate to source voltage with the application of the input signal, so the ID also increase, causing the corresponding swing in the drain current. As the drain current is increased, the drain voltage, the voltage drop across RD increases, So when the drain current increases with the increase in the voltage, gate voltage, so this actually the gate voltage which causes the change in the drain current. The drain current depends on the gate voltage. With the change in the gate swing in the voltage, gate to source voltage above and below its quiescent value, there is a change in the drain current. The drain current, with the drain current increase in the drain current, going to decrease the voltage drop. Voltage drop across the RD also increases. So therefore when the drop causing the drain voltage, when the drop across RD increases, VDS, there is a decrease in gate to drain to source, drain voltage is going to be decreased, because we have the equation VDD is equal to ID RD plus VDS. Since this is constant VDD, so when this drop IDRD is increasing, so the VDS is going to be decreased. So when there is a change in the VGS with the application of the input signal, there is a corresponding change in the IDS ID. In fact, when increasing, the ID is going to be decreased. With increasing the gate voltage, ID is going to be decreased, and with the decreasing gate, ID is increasing, and with increasing gate, ID is going to be decreased. So with the corresponding changes in the ID, when the ID is increasing, the drop across the RD increases, that going to decrease the drain voltage. The drain current swings above and below its quiescent value in phase with the gate to source voltage. The drain to source voltage VDS swings above and below its quiescent value, and it is 180 degree out of phase with the gate to source voltage. The drain current swings above and below its operating value in phase with the gate to source voltage, but the drain to source voltage swings above and below its operating value VDSQ, and it is 180 degree out of phase with the gate to source voltage. So we can represent these waveforms on the transfer and the transfer and drain characteristics curves. In the transfer characteristics curve, it is the curve that is plotted between the VGS and ID. It shows how a sinusoidal variation of VGS produces a corresponding sinusoidal variation in ID. As VGS swings from its Q point value, more negative when means VGS is decreasing, when VGS is increasing, more negative means when it is increasing in the negative direction, ID decreases. when VGS is increasing in the negative direction, ID decreases. As VGS swings less negative, means VGS is less negative than ID, increases. So there is an inverse relationship between ID and VGS. So it is the graphical representation and the drain to source output characteristics of the JFET. The signal at the gate drives the drain current equally above and below the quiescent on the load line. So therefore the gate current, with the gate current, the drain current increases in proportion. With increase in the gate, there is a corresponding increase in the drain current, and that will decrease the drain to source voltage. So the DC analysis, DC bias value, develop a DC equivalent circuit by replacing all the capacitors, open circuit, and determine the ID. If the ID is given by IDSS by 2, or ID is equal to IDSS into 1 minus IDRS by VGS of. So this is the DC equivalent circuit after replacing the capacitors, open circuit. DC equivalent circuit after all the capacitors being acting as open circuit. The step 2 will draw the AC equivalent circuit, replacing all the capacitors by short circuit. And replace the DC source by ground and a VDD terminal at 0 volts. So this is the AC equivalent circuit of the common source JFET amplifier after the capacitors are replaced with short circuit. So the gate voltage, gate to source voltage, is the input voltage. Since the input resistance to FET is extremely high, all input voltage from the signal source appears at the gate with a small drop across the internal source resistance. So VGS is Vin. So we can find the voltage gain. The expression for a FET voltage gain of the common source FET amplifier is AV is equal to GM RD the output voltage VDS at the drain is Vout is VDS is AV into VGS. So but AV is GM into RD, so we can write the output voltage GM RD into Vin. And Vin is VGS. So the summary of the class, we have studied the operation of the common source FET amplifier, mutual and transfer characteristics of the JFET, and the drain characteristics of the JFET. The mutual characteristics, some quiz questions. Mutual characteristics JFET are drawn between VGS and ID, keeping drain to source voltage constant. The gain of the common source JFET amplifier is AV is equal to GM into RD. The questions frequently coming in the examination. Frequently asked questions: draw the circuit of common source FET amplifier and explain its working. Draw the mutual and drain characteristics of JFET and determine the transconductance of the and drain resistance of the amplifier from the characteristics curve. So we'll stop today this class.